Aries, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for, first of all, for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, Google Pluses, everything really. You're all absolutely really brilliant. Right, I've got your stars for you for this week, and I hope you like the new way that I'm doing it. I'm just keep tweaking things as I go along. See how it goes. Right, we are going from Monday the 17th of August right through to Sunday the 23rd of August. So starting off with your health sector, we have got the Four of Pentacles. You can actually see my cards quite close up now. So Four of Pentacles in your health sector. There's some things holding you back with regards to health. It could be internal things, emotional things. It could be things like not letting go of past hurts, past wounds where people have hurt you. You need to move forward with that. Try and forgive them. Try and get past that. It can also be a card of trying not to hold on to certain things that are not good for you regarding your health. So again, it could be habits, it could be things like overeating or drinking or smoking, or just things that are generally not good for your health, and you're still trying to hold on to them, but you know that you need to either get a little bit healthier or need to cut down on things, need to change certain aspects of your health in order to move forward, in order to feel healthier. On a general note, I think a lot of you are feeling pretty healthy and you're feeling pretty okay. I think there's just things that you know about that you need to either change or cut down on or stop to make your health better, a lot better than it could be at the moment. Okay, so that's your health sector for this week. King of Pentacles is in your money and your finance. King of Pentacles is an excellent card to have within money and finance. Regarding work, it could be that you've got this man in your work life, very fair. It could be male or female, but they've got these traits. They've got the traits of the King of Pentacles. Wise, fair. They're sometimes quick to pass judgment, so just be aware of that. And somebody who's on your side. Now, if you don't know of anybody like that, this could be you this week. Being fair in everything that you do, but sometimes just having assumptions about others or being quick to pass judgment on other people. So just be aware of doing that. If you become aware that you're doing that, don't do it. And scrutinising things a little bit too much in the workplace, maybe concentrating on what other people are doing wrong at work or not doing right, or they're not doing it in quite the same way as you would do it, and not to get bothered by that this week at all. Okay, finance wise, with the Queen, with the King, absolutely brilliant, very likely to be on the upswing. Money likely to be going up in one way or the other, probably due to your own efforts, or maybe due to some investments that you've put in recently that you may be seeing a return on. You may be seeing them starting to accumulate. Now, don't go wildly spending. It is about being wise, being logical about things. You can take some risks probably this week, but don't get carried away and don't take huge big risks with your money this week. But it's a good week. Things are definitely sort of turning around and getting better for you in the money situation. Okay, so our next card is the Queen of Swords. She is in your family and friends position for this week. So Queen of Swords, again, this could be you acting like this around friends and family, or having these traits this week, or it could be somebody within your family and friends who is very much like the Queen of Swords. Again, they could be male or female. I don't really put a gender on them. It's say that the card is actually describing the characteristics of this person if they're in your life, or you yourself having or adopting these characteristics in order to get through things with friends and family. So if this is a woman in your life, a friend, a family member, she's probably got dark hair, or she may have dark eyes. She's very forceful. She's got the sword. She's a queen. She is very forceful and very forward in her communications, in everything that she does, actually. Be aware of her this week. She could be quite abrasive to you. She could be overstepping boundaries. She could be very, very forceful this week. Okay, if this is not a person who's a friend or a family member that resonates with you, that you recognise, it could be that you yourself, there may be a family situation, a friend situation that comes up where somebody is maybe overstepping your boundaries. You need to put your foot down. If this is the case this week, you need to talk to them. You need to get clear with them about where they're overstepping the boundaries. It could be a mother-in-law for some of you, or somebody like that who is interfering in your relationship or trying to stick their nose in. So just be aware of that. But to say, if it's yourself, then there could be a call this week for you to put your foot down in something and just say, enough is enough. This is my boundary. You're stepping over it, and it's not acceptable. You're interfering a little bit too much in certain other relationships or situations that you're involved in, and just say, no, I need to put my foot down with this, and you need to be forceful and act like the Queen of Swords. So your next card is your spiritual. We've got the Knight of Swords. So spiritually wise, there could be things coming into your awareness this week that are just going to completely take you by surprise, and come in, and they're really sort of going to knock you. They may knock you off your feet a little bit. You also need to slow down as well. If you're running around like a headless chicken, spiritually wise, you're not going to get anywhere, and you're not going to be able to develop or understand anything, or to be able to see clearly or get messages clearly. So I feel like the card is saying to you, you need to slow down this week. You need to go inward. You need to do a little bit of quiet reflection in order to get the answers that you need this week. Let's have a good look at him, because he really does come charging in. So you need to slow down. You need to be at peace. You need to be still with yourself. You need to go within yourself a little bit more this week, spiritually wise, in order to get some answers that you are looking for, that you may not have found yet. That is the way to do it, is to calm down and be still within yourself. And your last card is in your love life, and it's the King of Swords for this week. So it could be somebody who's in your life. This could be your partner, your long-term partner. Just be aware that you know that you're not going to change him. He's very macho. He's very masculine. It could be a woman as well with masculine energies, and you're not going to change him. Sometimes he can be quite forceful, very good with opinions, but doesn't particularly like other people's opinions. Usually believes that he's right all the time, or they're right all the time. So just be aware of him actually overstepping some boundaries this week. There's a fine line between being macho and going and just taking things a little bit too far. Don't take any bullying this week from anybody that you may be in a relationship, especially if it's this person. He's very level-headed, very logical with him being a swords, but because he's just cut through everything, he's just really forceful as well. Also be aware that you're not taking on any of these traits. Make sure that you're not just being over forceful with your other half, like you've got to go and do this week, you've got to go and sort out this week, you've got to do something, you know, or giving out your opinion to them and forcing your opinions on your other half. Just be aware of that as well, because it might not be it might not be your other half, it might be you taking on these traits. Whichever way it is, just be careful of that. If it's yourself though, I think you actually will be sort of very logical this week and very quick-witted about things and about your relationships and going forward. If you haven't met anybody yet, this person may come into your life. Again, just be aware that you're not going to be able to change them, that they are very macho, very forceful, very masculine energies, and you are going to have to accept them the way they are. And you're an Aries, so you're pretty strong yourselves, and you've got pretty strong opinions sometimes as well, so you should be alright, and you should be able to keep up with him or her this week, and you should be absolutely fine. But just be aware of boundaries within relationships this week, either from yourself overstepping them or your partner overstepping them. Okay, so that is your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonates with you. I say, if you'd like a private reading, just click on the link that way over there. Namaste, blessings and light, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.